we yelled at her, she dropped it right at time.
I want to welcome everybody out to our PTR meeting.
Turn your
It's the
microphone on. Yep.
15th of August, 2023. We did not have a meeting in July, and we didn't have one in June. So today's kind of a work meeting to get going on the trail, but I want to welcome Dennis and Michelle and our council representatives, Ben and Janet. We just got the minutes that Natalie did up from the 16th of May meeting that we had. Have you guys had a chance to just kind of peruse over those?
Yeah.
I did too. Does anybody want to make a motion to approve?
We can't, just, you know.
Right.
It has to be. it
I'll
has to
make
be-
a motion
You
Okay.
three are the only.
to
Okay,
approve
sorry.
the
I'm.
May 16th.
They look good to me.
So Dennis seconds. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any public comment? All right, let's talk about the trail. We have the bollards, the 2 bollards, one of which is removable, and we have the 3 benches. I didn't order the signs yet because I was kind of waiting on the minutes because I didn't take notes on the 16th of May as to what exactly we were going to put on the signs. So that's one thing we need to do tonight if we want to do that first. What exactly is it that we want to put on
And
the
how many
signs we're going to?
signs are we doing?
Well,
That's the question too.
yeah. I have a pole. I have an extra, those silver poles that you screw the signs into. So I'm just going to donate that, so we won't have to buy that, which can go up by the trail, by where we're going to put the bollards. But I think we talked about on the 16th of May, referencing the ordinance, just the number, and then saying the width, fit per ordinance 5 point, whatever it is, 11 something. The width of motorized vehicles, in as short a language as we can, is 50 inches. There's no ATVs at nighttime. Basically, the things that are in the ordinance that really pertain to those bollards that are right there so that people can see and not freak out, because we have had an awful lot of ATVs, and they're new ones for me to
Big
see.
ones?
Yeah, or sorry, UTVs. Flags and lights, and yeah, they're really big. And I was up on the trail last week, and Janet and I went, when did we go?
I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, and it's getting eroded big time from the width of the vehicles that are going up there. Today was nice. There were 3 or 4 horses that went up. And I heard one of the horseback riders say, "Are you ready to go on your 4th birthday ride?" So he was obviously taking his granddaughter up there. So it's great to see the trail being used. So what exactly, how do we want to word this? Do we want to do it with, not emojis, but, no, with like a ATV thing, picture of an ATV, after what the hours are, 10:30 to 7:30.
Is that in the ordinance?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's everything that's in the
It's
ordinance.
the noise, basically it's the noise ordinance reiteration. I would say let's see if we can't find somebody, because I know John was going to help with signage at one point,
John and
Wallace.
Brad, yeah.
and Brad.
So is
but-
Brad.
But I'm wondering if we can't get them to assist still on finalizing that. And getting some drafts. I think that's where we're at, is drafting up mock-ups of each sign. And then we can move from there, because,
Kind of need some, 2 or 3 mock-ups to look at, don't we?
Yeah,
yeah,
all right.
Well, we actually, in April, I have here on our minutes that we wrote exact verbiage Um,
Do you have what that is?
it was, well, it was, something, whatever you wanted to say, per ordinance 11-5-9,
Mm-hmm.
correct?
Yep.
And number one was gonna be 50-inch maximum width allowed. Number two was hours for motorized trail usage, 7 a.m. to 10:30 p.m. Are those times
I like
correct?
that better. I
Yeah,
like
it
the
is 7
positive side.
7 a.m. to 10:30
Yeah, we were
p.m.
trying to give it a positive
Yeah.
spin. What was, did I say that correct? What was
Mhm.
it? 7 to 10:30 or?
7 a.m. to 10:30.
Okay. And then number three was leave no trace, and that's all we were deciding. At that point, that's what we decided to do. And then a separate sign on, an area, oh wait, let's see, separate sign it on something warning would be reattached.
Reattached
Yeah,
to
I
what?
can't read this one.
Probably the avalanche sign was gonna be.
Avalanche.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Yeah,
what it
we
is.
looked at that one.
Well, and
And
there's
we-
a no fire one as well.
That's what it was.
It's like down to the ground. Yes. It's hilarious. It's like this high off the ground and it says avalanche danger. So the minute you get a foot of snow, 2 feet of snow,
It's gone.
Yeah.
you can't even see it anymore. Avalanche danger.
It's only useful during the summer.
Yeah. Beware of rocks.
Okay, so let's discuss that exact verbiage. I mean, I think we've exhausted John and Brad about this. I
Yeah.
mean, this is what we decided
Okay.
on in April.
So how do we
Do-
want
do
to
you
word?
think there's
I
any
like to no
changes that you
trace.
can-
Leave no trace.
Just leave no trace.
It was just plain leave no
Yeah.
trace was number
That's
3.
common usage on signs.
Right, and I think.
Yeah.
Or can you
everybody-
can you just put a garbage thing with a line
I
through
think
it?
if it's all text, I think,
Is it
Yeah,
okay?
I think leave no trace.
Okay.
I think iconography is useful on a single subject sign. But I think on multiple, you gotta have really good iconography for it
Yeah,
to
I agree.
make
It
sense.
gets a little
or it's-
complicated. Right.
yeah.
So do you want to minimize that anything? So 50-inch maximum width allowed. Is there anything there that we could change?
No. And then the 7 a.m. to 10:30 p.m., is that all it said?
It just says hours for
Hours.
motorized trail usage, 7 a.m. to 10:30 p.m. You want to change that in any way? And then number
No
3 is
trace.
just leave no
Oh, leave
trace.
no trace.
N-O capitalized.
Okay.
I mean, that's how I wrote it because that's what's,
Yeah,
I
I'd
can
probably say motorized allowed 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. or something.
instead of hours for motorized
Just do
trail usage.
just do motorized trail usage, 7 a.m. to 10.
There you go.
Okay, yeah, we don't need the hours for that. We're
Motorized
gonna be
trail
repeating
usage.
that.
Motorized trail usage,
Usage,
7 a.m. to 10:30
Okay, I
p.m.
like that instead.
And
And
I
you could
think we
put
can get all
only.
that on one sign.
You could put only behind the 10:30 p.m.
Yeah,
Motorized trail usage, 7 a.m. to 10:30 p.m. That's good.
Then
Then they're warned.
yeah.
all on one sign and
Yeah.
per ordinance
I wrote
11-5-9.
Yeah, was that correct?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's the one I've got. I sent you all copies of
11-9.
the approved ordinance.
Okay.
Thank you, Ben.
Not much of those words are mine anymore. He got overhauled pretty good.
Got worked over. And then, was there something else?
So who,
Is there a no fire sign up there already?
Well, that's, who told me? Ted?
I'm
Fire
talking for
chief
city property.
Talked to,
oh, yeah,
who did he talk to? Somebody at DNR? And DNR does allow fires at the top, even though we put a sign up there that says no fires. And Ted said there's no way to enforce the ordinance about no fires. And I'm like, well, sure there is. Because it's
Not
after
on
10:30.
DNR land, right?
Well, but they have to go on city property to get up there. So if
That
they're up
doesn't
there at
matter.
11 o'clock at night on a motorized vehicle starting a fire, they're not in compliance with the code.
That's technically true as long as they don't come, well, they can come back at 7 a.m. and they're fine,
Yeah, I suppose so.
right? So, but right
If they're
now,
camping.
it's not posted,
No.
so we can't just assume. I think we'd actually get in trouble if we tried to enforce this current ordinance right now without the signage.
Oh, yeah, for
So
sure.
once we get this up, then I think we can start having those conversations. And I think a no fires on city land would be a fine sign.
Well, we have that at the bottom.
Do we already have that on there?
Well, there is a no campfires.
Already
sign
on the trail?
Buried or in the snow next
So
to
as
the
long as it's not a
avalanche one.
campfire, we're fine.
Yeah.
If it's a bald mountain fire, then it's free game.
Oh, man.
Okay.
So, right, we do need to get, and my thinking is, and I'd like your thinking on it as well, that before the bollards go in, or the bollards and the sign go in at the same time, just so people don't think,
100%.
here we are,
Yeah, so we need to get the
Limited
sign ordered.
yes.
The
I will-
summer is gonna get away from us.
I'll
Well,
do
it
that
is,
tomorrow.
has gotten away.
It's gone.
Okay, can I ask one question on that? So on the number one, sign, the first line, I put 50-inch maximum width allowed. Do we need to say 50-inch whatever, UTV maximum width allowed? Or is that just, or,
I mean, hopefully,
I know, hopefully they know it.
there's not a
but
person that's more than 50 inches.
50 inches maximum
Well,
width
there
If
allowed.
are.
you can't get
UTVs
past
are.
the bollards, you probably shouldn't be walking up
Yeah.
that trail. Though you probably need to.
Okay, so
Somebody's gonna
we don't
pull that.
need
Do we
like-
need a little person with?
Yeah, we don't need like a UTV or what, or,
No,
okay, just 50-inch maximum width
No,
allowed.
but I do think somebody who's just like
Yeah,
a balloon man.
7 a.m. to 10:30, and then
It's-
motorized trail usage,
Okay.
7 a.m. to 10:30 p.m., leave no
I mean,
trace.
we might as well, because if you're, Sherry, if you're gonna order this and you'll refer, I just want to get it down just
Okay.
exactly right.
Yep.
No, I agree.
I'll draft up a sign and then kick it to everybody.
Okay.
Get an email. Okay. That would be great. Do you have time?
I'll do it tonight so I don't forget. Typically pretty quick, aren't they? I know Dennis, or if Zach was still in the city, it'd be like 3 days, but.
Where do you get them?
Jody said that she orders them through the prison.
Oh, now we're talking.
And I've ordered mine through, I can't remember the name of the company. It's on the back of the sign by the emergency exit where, what's his name, lives, Tim Shanto.
That's no
That-
longer going to be an emergency exit.
Okay, so it'll be here by the time we are ready to move.
I would think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Mine didn't take
Bollards
long to
now.
come in.
You all
We have,
pressed
we
in?
have the bullards. We don't have any cement yet. We have the bullards and we have the benches. Benches. Probably need to be put together. They're just like Jeff's bench.
We don't put them, we didn't
No, we put
You
it.
didn't
put it
put
together
that
up there.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah, it was easier for me to transport it that way, but I don't have much. How do we transport that?
I have a trailer.
Oh, perfect.
So I have a four-wheeler and a trailer.
We could throw them in my truck for one last real hurrah. And then put the bollards in at the end.
It's your tractor back on?
I mean, we can
No,
take my
till we
Jeep.
block it off from having illegal vehicles.
Very-
My Jeep has a trailer. We could just take my Jeep in the trailer.
Who's gonna order it?
I
I'm
like
sorry,
that.
did you, I missed that.
Well, I'll have Jody order it once
Okay.
we get the,
Okay, so
Yeah.
Sherry,
Approval.
you'll get the, okay.
We just need to do it probably in the next couple days.
if we could do it
Yeah, like I said, I'll do it
before I
tonight.
leave this weekend, that would be great. So depending upon when we get the signs, we organize volunteers
Mm-hmm.
to come up it'd be great. When's Woodland
I
Hills
say we
Days?
just set a date.
I think
Now,
October 7th is great.
yeah,
Well,
it's got to
that's-
be after Woodland Hills Days. I can't.
Oh, what is the date on that?
The 8th and the 9th.
Of September?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Do
then,
they have a band?
Yes.
Well, if we could just get this, even
I
the
just
sign
wrote a
up
suggestion when
for Woodland Hills Days
They tried to get that band.
in the ground, just so, because they are gonna hike the trail for Woodland Hills Days, that it would give people an idea.
New signs.
Yeah.
We could get it all done before that.
Well, I'm thinking maybe we
well, that
can,
would be good. If we can get the,
just the sign.
if we can just get the sign in before Woodland Hills Days and then do the rest of the install on the 7th.
It would be really good to maybe do a booth. Is that what you're talking about? At Woodland Hills Days,
Or,
PTR? And do some information and have,
Yeah.
talk about what we're doing on the trail. You could talk about dark skies a little bit. You could talk about some of the things
okay,
that we do and some of the projects that we're trying to do. Um,
Good idea.
if
I
I
have
could
dark
get, I
sky
need to reach back
posters.
out to Jimmy because I haven't heard back from him, but if we could get some momentum on our pickleball/basketball court, I could have a thing for donations,
Is that
That'd be
back on the
huge.
agenda?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's out there.
It's out there and we have someone that said they would help, but then they've been kind of dragging their feet. They were going to donate money too, so I need to get back a hold of them.
And I need to look into grants for that too.
We're going to start with one and then,
So October 7th is the day for
Is that a Saturday?
Bollards and benches.
bollards and benches
Trail work
and,
day, what do you want to call it?
yeah,
yeah.
Okay.
we'll have everything by then.
And if we've got a booth, then we can have a sign up for that day.
Yeah, to get volunteers.
That's a good idea. So that's September 9th. See, I'm going to be out of town, but I can get everything organized and maybe
Yeah, I'm out of town too. On the
Natalie, if Natalie's
She might
around,
be.
or Dennis, or
I'll be here.
I'll be running my booth.
Oh,
okay.
poor guy.
campaign again.
He has to run again. I'm like, what booth?
Yeah, I
Oh.
just, yep.
Yeah. For my seat, for Carrie's seat, and for David's seat.
There's 4 candidates running for 3 seats. So that'll be fun. I'm sorry. We're on a different track now, so
Yeah, we
Or
are.
maybe we could fix this if we don't
Hey,
mind. Just kidding.
yeah.
So October 7th, oh, that's not conference. Conference is the 30th and the 1st. What it says in the ordinance for the trail, I think it says the end of October, but if we can, it's just easy to remember if we set this every year for the first Saturday after conference, whatever date that is.
So conference is the 30th and the 1st.
Uh-huh.
it is.
Yeah.
That'll be nice.
I sent out the easement that the city obtained from DNR that has to do with maintenance on the trail and everything else when we got the geofence up there.
Mm-hmm.
There's some pretty specific things that it says that we should be doing as a city there. If you guys wouldn't mind reading over that, unless I totally missed it, I was trying to hone in on DNR's property and where the trail was. And it said in the easement reference appendix or whatever it was, B2, and there is no B2. So I don't know if we're responsible to, I mean, the avalanche is pretty much directed where the water goes, anything above it, at that part of the trail where that kind of big rock, flat benches that somebody put in, which was very nice. So I'd like your thoughts after you read the easement, what we should do as far as DNR's property in terms of water bars and maintenance, getting these rocks out of the switchbacks and because the water bars are, how would you describe them? Pretty much non-existent,
I
most of them,
was gonna say they're all different, right?
yeah.
They're all in different shape. I think you have to maintain all of them because
Okay,
it affects the whole trail if you don't. It'll affect the upper part of our trail if those other water bars aren't. I mean, it's technically all our trail, even though,
yeah.
you know what I mean? I feel like it's all of our trail, the whole thing is our trail to take care of.
Then we're gonna need to do some work where the avalanche was, because that's just everything running downhill from, I don't know how many we had there. I know at least we had 2.
So Ben was gonna check on equipment.
Yeah, what equipment does the city have that
No, it
possibly
depends.
you could,
It depends on the extensive nature of what we need to move.
we have to dig holes for the bollards and,
Okay, that'll just be easier to just use a bar and, 'cause we don't have an auger. If we had an auger on the skid steer, that would be the best. We don't have one of those.
We need a Jamin.
We
I'm
need a
trying to think
Jamin.
who
We
has,
do need a Jamin, yeah.
I think Willison has an auger.
It attaches to the skid steer.
Trying to remember what he came up because he drilled some holes for us.
But it also depends on if they're long. But honestly, it's almost 6s because an auger you still need to get the dirt out, so you're still post hole digging.
Okay,
Honestly, vac truck's the best. The vac truck digs holes better than anything in the sun.
What does?
The vac
Vac?
truck, the vacuum truck.
Get it?
I won't be able to get it, and we can't get it up there.
you can't get it down all that rocky stuff.
No. So our best bet's honestly just my bar and post hole
And some young help.
and Jason. I've
Well,
seen
isn't, how
ridiculous.
about the water bars?
The water bar is just a pickaxe. Is what we used last time.
Yeah, that dirt's really hard.
Well, and that's the thing. Like the skid steer, I can get the skid steer up there.
It's not gonna
but
do a
it
nice little
doesn't
water bar.
dig,
It's not,
No.
you know, so there's in the Mini X, I can dig a trench for you, but I only can dig a trench coming at me. So I can't get to the edge and dig it off, or I'll fall off. So really, manpower is the only good way to do the water bars.
And maybe not a big crowd we had last time.
Yeah.
what
Or
could we
divide
do
it
to
up,
make it
or-
a little more efficient than we had
Because
last?
who ended up doing all the digging last time? Wasn't
Ben
it
and I
you?
were at the top, you were more
I think
middle,
Livermore just came.
we came after everybody.
We
Yeah.
started them. It was a little overwhelming.
Well, I think rakes and honestly, we felt like we busted it out pretty good. Brad took care of the first ones.
I'm just saying maybe like if we have a big group, maybe just break up into groups of maybe 3 to 5
Well, I wonder if we
And
went up and
hop-
labeled them.
and like, you know what I mean? Like, okay, you do this one, you do this one, and then skip ahead 3 and do the next one or something,
Yeah.
just so that
We're
it's,
not on top of each other.
or so that like one group isn't doing all the work.
Yeah. Well, I think if we just also, if we got up there and labeled them, little piece,
I
little
was gonna
stake
try to do a Google map.
with their
too.
number. Yeah, and then also Google Map, and then color coded and assigned to groups.
Oh,
Right?
that's a good
A
idea.
Yeah.
little bit of a management on the front end.
Just
say,
because
hey,
then it's not so overwhelming. Okay, we've got 5 water bars we need to dig out.
Exactly, right? So
Okay.
typically how I would do it is I would say, all the red ones Janet's group needs to do. And then on the map, you make them all red.
Good
And
idea.
then we're done.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not done, but we're done.
Yeah. Oh, gosh. I used to know.
There's
20 something.
Yeah, it's 20 something.
it wasn't, we were done like 11 o'clock.
Oh, it wasn't horrible.
It wasn't,
No.
you
Well,
know.
we did the bench too. So that was part of it. So
Yeah.
it's not gonna take as long.
Well, we'll have, yeah. more
Okay.
benches.
Yeah.
What do we have to do to get a booth?
You reach out to,
Yeah, is it Missy Flint again?
yes, Missy Flint.
And I believe as a city entity, you don't need to pay anything.
Probably not.
That'd be weird to pay ourselves.
Do we bring our own table kind of thing and?
Yep, and whatever you want to
Awning or
display.
anything.
I have two long, kind of like church tables like this.
Yes,
But
so
they're
do
heavy.
I.
They're heavy.
Hold out like a brain.
Okay, that'd be great. I can put together some information. I have it from the Fire Expo a couple of years ago on dark sky. Would somebody like to, Dennis or Michelle, would you like to put some information together on the trail or PTR in general, or?
Just maybe what we're doing, what we've been working on,
Mhm.
like a little poster or something where people could walk up and kind of read. You know what I mean? Where you had it on the table. Would that be doable?
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have a sign-up sheet for volunteers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To help with the trail. And then I will,
So Dennis, will you man with assistance? Is this
I'll be
Saturday
in and out
or
and around,
Friday,
but I can help
Saturday?
Dennis.
Okay, I'll make a sign-up sheet for help on that day. Do we have a time on that?
It's like 8:30 in the morning till noon. It's
Yeah.
first thing in the morning, so whenever the
When it's
breakfast
cool.
starts, like 8:30.
Okay.
And then,
Oh, wait.
Oh, you
No,
mean
no,
the,
I mean for the.
Oh.
the trail?
Work.
oh, that's
trail
for the
day.
booth time, sorry.
What time do you want to do the work trail day? Because I will just put that on there. Might as well do it now. I have to
8:30 is
do it
good.
now. I'm going to be gone and then,
Oh, yeah,
what time? 8:30?
I think 8:30 is good.
yeah, 8:30
Everybody's
gives people a
usually
chance
by
to
then.
get up and,
Okay. Okay, starting at 8:30.
At the base of the trail.
Meet
Yeah,
at base
and
of
that
trail?
was iffy last time because people left rakes and picks and some put them by.
I didn't know that. when I
It's
drove right by 'em.
On
My
Okay,
bad.
what tools
by
did you want them to bring?
Taylor's
Rakes.
Rakes.
Rakes, picks.
I'm sorry, you
I
guys.
have a
picks.
post hole.
Been
Shovels?
sick. Yes,
Yeah,
We're just glad to have you.
I've had bronchitis. It's been fun.
Neat.
so where do we want to meet? By Taylor's house where it says trailhead?
Yeah.
On that
Yeah.
sign, at the cul-de-sac in Deep Forest Circle.
Yep. And then I'll find out, like, if there's any info for pickleball stuff, I'll just do that separate. So you guys don't have to worry about that. But I'll bring it to the booth,
Okay.
but I'll do that part. So if you'll do what we've been doing and you'll,
Okay, this committee or this committee, right? BTR committee?
Yeah.
I'll just make like, on sheets.
you know, it'd be kind of
I may have a board,
fun too.
Do you have
an
a
extra,
board, like to put
yeah,
it
like,
at a,
it's like about this
foam-
thick
the
and
foam
it's
board
white,
thing?
yeah. I'll text you
Okay.
tonight.
It might be fun to have, and I have some, but like to have some scrap paper and like a suggestion box.
Oh,
And
that's a good
ask
idea.
people what they'd like to see done at the city park or on the trail. Things they want, wish list.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, it might be nice to get some input from the
Yeah.
community of what they would like us as a committee to do. That would give us maybe some direction for future projects. So it's not just all what we want.
We need to have something like a pickleball court.
Basketball.
I'm gonna,
combo.
yeah, and I'm gonna get
Janet's
that
gonna do that.
information.
Well, that's what you're gonna do.
Yeah, I'll bring that, because I need to talk to Jimmy DeGraff and Reed again, because he was gonna help me with it. But I haven't bugged him, and I've been busy.
We have the money in Washington. Really nice pickleball.
So is Mapleton.
I wish we had a budget Santa has.
Washington, there's a spring by the Ivy. You ever been to St. George? There's spring, it's been there
Really?
forever. And the kids play there, and they close it down because people are getting, now that that's filled up, they landscape. Put pickleball courts.
Oh,
Waiting.
nice. So nice.
Huh.
That's nice.
Cool.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have lots of money.
If they have lots of money, we'll be lucky to get a concrete pad.
Well, and it'll be less money for maintenance too, because there won't be grass there.
Yeah,
So that's an upside.
my husband won't have to mow it anymore. He'll be happy. So,
Grateful.
I never heard back anything from Greg and Elaine on Big Tooth Maple booth. I can reach out to,
Amanda?
yes, thank you, and see if she wants to do anything. Greg and Elaine are gone now. Greg got really sick before they left, so.
Well,
Did he get better?
yeah, ask
Okay.
Amanda.
If he wants to have some stuff in our booth, we could. Have 2 tables there now.
I know, I don't know if he wants to commingle it though. I think he wants to keep
He
it
wants to
separate.
keep it
Yeah,
separate.
yeah, but well, it isn't PTR, so that's,
I know.
I'm just wondering if he wants to just advertise it, right? Like have him,
Well, and
I'll
get
email
people
him.
to sign up to have their trees tapped.
yeah.
Because they ran out, right? I think they wanted to get more people to let their trees be
well, and
tapped.
that could be a sign up too, people to sign up.
They pull up.
I guess I could have done with
Okay,
Perfect.
where are we? Do we have, we got the work day.
Yeah. I like the
I
October
like
7th.
the, about Woodland Hills Days, PTR having a booth.
I just think it would be really good. Good publicity.
Yeah, I do too.
Might get people, to sign up to join.
Or to even know that we exist.
Yes. And I think, like I say, a little suggestion box thing, and if people ask, you can just tell them, just what you'd like to see at the park, if you had a wish list, or, what you'd like to see us to work on and future projects.
One of the things.
I want a reservoir. Yeah, like in our little ravine back there that I want a reservoir we can float on. I want to be able to float.
Me too. A zip line over it, that'd be nice.
Yeah. And then in the winter, the mayor can have his
Ice
ice
skating.
skating pond at the reservoir.
What do you think about
There you go.
including
Good
in
idea.
what PTR's been working on, that we researched thoroughly the city's land, and there's no place to put an extra park. What we have in the way of trail and park is it.
I know, it's sad.
Just to let people know, don't put that in the suggestion box, because we've
Well,
already, I mean, it would be nice, but
No,
it's just not
I would
possible.
honestly, I'd say, hey, let them submit more of that. Because that gives us more data to be able to potentially take and go to landowners and say, hey, this is a vast resident request. Would you be open to potential easements? More data is more data.
That's true.
yeah, it doesn't hurt anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
Suggestions are free.
I just think it'd be good to know what everyone else wants
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
or what they feel like we're lacking. So,
Suggestions, comments, whatever. Does anybody have any other business that they want to bring up for PTR?
I have a question about dark sky.
Okay,
In my home, if all the lights on, there's a lot of
Mm-hmm.
builder.
You
Just
got-
did what he wanted to do.
You got glass too.
I got glass. So I leave, I don't turn that on unless I have visitors. Or I'm gonna go, I don't look for my wife's. The house next door. is bigger than mine. Looks like it's got more water.
to your left.
The buil- Yeah. South, north of us.
Mhm.
Builder, just kind of,
That'll be part of, we're now probably veering off of PTR, but that would come down to the final inspection. Well, dark sky though is a hope and a dream at this point.
right.
And we have the ordinances around wattage per lot. And that will go into enforcement on final inspection. So
Can I make a correction? I don't think it's per lot, it's per bulb. And
Well, no,
maximum
it's per
lumens
lot,
are,
right? So there's certain, you're only gonna allow certain lumens, certain lots, or certain amount of light per lot, right, per house.
that would be nice.
Yeah, well, that's what it is, right? Because you're only allowed certain numbers
That's what I
per,
thought.
per lot. But
Anyway,
either way,
either
the
way.
ordinance states something, and that ordinance must be enforced. Now, this is what's clear for us is when you're building a home, you've got multiple different areas of which you have inspections, right? And the inspections are done, so when you put in power, SCSD has to be your inspector, right? When you're doing four-way, when you're doing laterals on water or sewer or whatever, all different people, city, Sunrise Engineering. But there are, like your driveway grade is inspected by a city official. And then, so that city official, we need to make sure on their checklist, lighting is also included. And really, that would be hard
Because you have to do it
for
at
the
night.
sake of you have to do it when the sun is down. And I don't know if that's being done. I'll leave it at that. But no, and
Well, and the thing about dark sky, to help people who are brightly lit up, if they want to comply, there's grant money available from dark sky to put your home on timers or change your bulbs or whatever. There's money available
yeah,
if we get to that point.
I know Heber is having a new temple. And, the religious, they don't want it, and so they complained about dark sky. So they went to the church and they designed a temple. Planted dark signs.
That happened in Washington DC. All the neighbors complained when the lights came on initially to test everything. And then after the temple opened and the lights were on all the time, they were like, forget what we said, it's so beautiful.
Well, that was just a question.
Well, we need to meet as a dark sky subcommittee. That's, do you want to pick a date to meet? Okay,
I would probably invite Wayne to that meeting.
I'm back at the end of this month. And then I'm going with Greg and Elaine to Switzerland. I'm gonna hike in the Alps. All right, maybe the first part of September. Well, we'll throw out some dates, but we will get together. And I know John Wallace wants to be a part of that too. And I have all the subcommittee members that we had before when we met and did our proposal planning 2 years ago, maybe. So, okay, I gotta do that. Anybody have anything else?
Nothing from me.
We adjourned.
I second. All in favor? Aye.
Did you set a next meeting date for this one? No?
It's okay, just, you can do
We
it.
can do it now. Let's see.
Mhm.